here. If you said you had the map, it's got to get out of the way.
Tell me anything about it.
Last chance to stop before Offramp. What does that mean?
Take this exit. Turn right. Slow down.
Welcome to Offramp.
We work for tips here, sir.
Well, here.
Thanks.
We both work for tips.
Okay. So I don't know what's customary.
American money.
American money.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me. English is my second language. I would like to give you the gratuity that you deserve, that you are accustomed to. However, my knowledge of your customs here is incomplete.
Let me assure you that it is customary.
Yes, sir.
To give the gratuity at the beginning of the meal.
At the beginning of the meal.
If you would like to eat,
yes, sir.
Put your money on the table.
I haven't yet ordered. I'm not sure how much.
Put your money on the table.
You just think of how much you would like to spend on your meal. Include wine, include dessert.
Plus the gratuity that's automatically added.
Yes.
Okay.
Then
so
that goes to him and also to me.
I have a pocket calculator here.
That won't be necessary. If you'll just put it here on the edge of the table.
How much?
Put my little. That's a nice.
Push it a little bit. It's going to fall off.
Bid.
Uh-huh.
Just a little.
Let me just ask if you wanted wine.
You must be looking for soup only this evening.
No, sir. I'm intending to try your wine. The sign at the entrance, the maitre d' pointed out, seemed like the lamb and the.
Then I think you should.
Yes.
Keep it coming.
Yes.
Keep it. You got the soup and the half a sandwich right there.
Well, let's try it this way. Is it necessary to...
You don't have to speak slowly, sir. We can understand you.
I'm sorry. I'm just not certain that my command of English...
We're listening through a translation device.
Oh, I see.
These look like ears.
That explains the lack of confusion. Well, what if I work backwards from the amount of money that I have in my wallet? We divide it in half?
I don't think you'll need to go backwards.
Let's see the amount of money you have in your wallet.
The American money I have is here.
Well,
did you bring traveler's checks by any chance?
I can feed you right now. Just stop that plate that's heading back for the kitchen. From the gentleman.
Yeah.
Yes, that's good. Yeah, this gentleman, as you can see, did not finish his meal.
It looks good, but it
No.
half...
That's fine. We'll get you... you may use the clean fork and knife, which is on the table. This plate is perfectly okay.
There is a cigarette butt and a piece of napkin on this plate.
It's not your brand?
I don't smoke.
Well, then it shouldn't be a problem at all.
Pierre, do we have a non-smoking dish? Thank you.
Well, that looks good. What is it?
That is the remains of the coq au vin.
Ah. Maybe a fresh bowl of soup would...
Fresh.
Oh, soup.
Soup, he says fresh, even.
Soup.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yes,
it wouldn't that be
You
nice?
would be
Yes.
imagining a life you could barely enjoy.
I must admit that I was totally unprepared for this when I came to your country and to your restaurant.
Mm-hmm. We believe you, if that's
Yes.
any consolation. However,
I understand that where you come from...
You have to move this along. One of the keys is turning the tables.
Thank you.
Could I ask you a question?
You have 30 seconds.
I would like to know if you could tell me...
In 15 seconds, perhaps.
What... I must admit...
Sorry, sir. Your time is up with us.
Thank you.
It's been delightful to have you.
And
if you could, just the remaining, the change you kept mentioning.
Yes.
Oh, please, do come back. Do come back.
Thank you for visiting Idaho, and we
This
hope
is
you...
for you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good night, sir.
She was such a chatterbox.
She would go
I
on
know.
and on and
she
on.
would just
days
talk and talk.
Days. Oh,
I remember once I asked her how a day was.
It took all day for her to tell you.
the things she would talk about.
The poodles. She would talk about the coffee and the poodle and the guy who opens the door.
Yeah, what was his name, the guy that opened the door?
I don't know.
Ralphie, was it
doorman.
Benji?
I don't know. It's no big whoop. You can't remember.
I gave him way too much money one season during the
You
holidays.
cannot overtip those gentlemen.
I gave him a car.
Don't even give him what?
You heard.
Whose
What?
car?
Some kind of broken down vehicle?
No,
Whose
I
car?
gave him a brand new car. I won it on a game show. What did I know the difference? I just gave it to him.
You were on the game show.
Yeah, and I won the car.
He can't even drive. It gives him a car.
Well, that makes
What's-
sense.
So he opens the door for me before everybody knows.
Would you drive the car in and give it to him?
No, just the keys. I gave him the keys.
He said what?
Where's the car?
You said what?
Right there.
Then he
It was
said,
parked.
Thank you so much.
and then he just goes to the car?
Pretty much.
Nobody's at the door.
He didn't open the door
For
for you.
at least 20 minutes.
What's he doing? Driving around?
Yes.
You give him a car, he doesn't open the door for you.
That's the funny part. I
opened the door for him. Of course you did. Meanwhile, high over Tinyville, the professor's dirigible drifts aimlessly. Inside the dirigible, the professor and Timmy ponder their fate.
Well, Timmy,
Yeah, Professor?
look way down there. They
Ooh.
look like little ants, don't they?
They do look like ants, Professor.
Some look like little uncles.
Wait a minute. Oh, you're being silly, Professor.
Yes,
Those
it's-
are ants.
I know. Well, let's take our food and try to eat someplace a little more sanitary. Yes, I like coming down here of an evening
Yeah.
when the air starts cooling off a little bit.
Ain't it nice?
Peaceful.
Ain't it nice?
Not much traffic this time of year.
Good month and a half before the skeeters come out.
Yeah.
I heard old Bob Dundee has come up with a new species of orchid.
Really?
Yeah,
That's his second one this year, is what I think.
he's something else. He's a regular orchid ball of fire.
He was featured on one of them TV shows, wasn't he, recently?
Yes. Yep, they came down here. Lights are so hot, he asked them to turn them off.
It's funny, I'd think, being in the greenhouse, he'd be used to it.
Well, it was probably the way they made them all drop over and die that it made him mad more than his personal skin cancer problem.
Yeah, I guess that'd do it.
He's protective of those botanical species. Examples of his own true love, I'd call them.
Yeah.
His progeny, as it were.
Only thing he's really ever cared about. You can tell, too, in the names he gives them.
True.
First species was, something like Betty, get the hell out of my greenhouse, Orchid? I don't remember the Latin name.
Then there was, I'm coming up alongside your head with a 2x4.
Yeah. That was one of those purple ones, right? With the white down the middle.
Fuchsia, I think you'd call it.
Yeah.
Close to that light purple.
Mm-hmm. That was a pretty one.
Yeah, I'd say he's got some real notoriety for himself, and
The Orchid world, at least.
yeah.
Yeah. It's one of the things that this town really has to be proud of. I mean, if that's something you're proud of.
Well, Mr. Dundee is somebody I'm proud of, just because he's so cantankerous. He's one of the few people I know that can spit nails in the morning before breakfast and keep it up clear right up till after dinner time.
He's a talented man, I'll give him that.
He comes up with more new invectives than Orchids, as far as I can see. He presses them between wax paper and saves them. He puts, he cuts letters out of magazines and pastes them all together until they come up with the actual word that he was screaming out on the porch.
That's clever.
Look, Sam, Mr. Ski Mask has come in. Hello, Mr. Ski Mask. How can we help you today?
I'd like,
I'm not waiting on him.
do you have any cheese doodles?
Yeah, we got cheese doodles.
Cheese something.
Sure.
If it isn't cheese, we don't want to hear about it.
If it isn't cheese, we ain't got it.
Right.
See, I figured when I started this life of crime that I should have a niche, you know? A niche. You should have a niche. Like everybody has their thing. Like some people are safe crackers, some people...
You mean a specialty?
Yeah. And,
Like an MO?
We gotta
Yeah.
explain it to him.
you know, I figured, like I'm saying,
So what can we do for you?
Yeah, what is it again?
well, my specialty, see, nobody else is hitting the cheese store market.
Cheese
that's me.
store market.
Well, you're wrong there, though. I mean, I don't know how you studied, but you're wrong about that. We get knocked up for cheese.
We get knocked up with cheese.
Two, three times a month we get knocked over or fall over the cheese. There's so much darn cheese around
I
here.
tell you what. So
Yeah.
you're trying to say you're looking to become established as a cheese bandit. Am I hearing that correctly?
If you look at the back of my jacket here, it says
Huh.
Johnny Cheese.
Where'd you get that?
Johnny Cheese.
I know Johnny Cheese, and you're not Johnny Cheese.
I'm Johnny. The
Where
other
did you get
Johnny
that?
Cheese is from Akron. He's a pretender.
Yeah, he was an actor. Listen, here's an idea. You could knock over the cheese delivering trucks. That way there's nothing personal. You got some guys. You got them at, yeah.
Interesting.
I wouldn't
Well,
recommend a weapon.
Let's talk this out. Okay. So, what time do the delivery trucks get here?
There's nothing else going on.
My
We might-
break is about to come up. I don't have to listen to this
Well,
again.
we can walk them outside. You can have your cheese smoke outside. I thought
need
you were
it.
chewing cheese nowadays.
Look, I'm cutting back, but I haven't quit, okay?
Listen, my friend Johnny Cheese.
Yeah. So about this van.
Yeah, sure. You could knock over a 2-3. There's a lot of routes that the cheese vans take.
How many people? How many guards are we talking here?
Well, I can't actually tell you, but there's 3.
Okay.
Let me get this straight. Are you after the cheese or you want the money? Because if you want the cheese, I've really got an idea
Good
for
point.
it. Yeah.
Well, what if you wanted the cheese? What would it be?
Think about it. The old aging sheds.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
What about
Wow.
the big cheese silos?
So
Hey, listen, pal.
Yeah.
If you hit the cheese silos, you know you take 40 out of town going west.
right.
Well,
40? You want him to knock over 40 cheese silos?
no, I said Highway 40. You take
Old.
40. I'm telling them where they are.
Old Highway 40.
Old Highway 40. Yes,
Oh,
sorry. Don't get
yeah.
on New Highway 40.
Right.
That'll take you straight out of here.
Yeah.
Straight to Texas.
Yeah. So my suggestion is that he take 40, old 40, out of west, and he could hit a selection. I mean, I don't know if this is your kind of thing. I don't know if you're like a people person or if you just.
Are they guarded? Would you say?
Well, some of them are guarded, but most of them are.
I'll need a vehicle. See, because I've got this old Pinto, and it just.
Do you want the cheese or not?
I do, but see, what
So
I'm
you're not
saying-
after the money.
See, cheese is money. That's what I've come to understand deeply.
Well, yeah.
And money is cheese.
It is still
And-
an item of exchange, a method of. It's not even barter. You can actually cut cheese dollars out of those
And really
big
good-
round hogsheads of cheese.
That's very true, and also really good, unprocessed, uncut cheese
Would you like a
on
sample
the
of
street.
I want to give you. I tell you what. I'm going to give you some cheese dollars
Uh-huh.
and a little advice.
What would you like to tell me?
Come back when you're ready to get some real cheese. You're just fooling around with the little ends here, the leavings.
I think what I'm saying here is that I like being Johnny Cheese. And,
you can be Johnny Cheese all day and night.
Yeah. I mean, I like being like the lone wolf out there on the hunt for the cheese in the night, in the dark. Go in, get out, get the cheese, run. It's a great life, but I need a partner. Or two. I need partners, is what I'm saying.
Wolves don't like cheese.
More like a cat burglar.
Yeah, wolves don't eat cheese at all.
Well then,
this could work.
Would you, if you guys could give you?
I'm too old to
I think
join
he's
them.
talking about the big score.
I need information and I need a vehicle. That's all I need.
You think this is the time?
I could take the risk. It'd be me out there.
Cheese.
Yeah.
You guys have the inside. You know what's in and out on the cheese biz.
You think we should take him into the back room and show him the map?
He can't come out if we take him in.
He's got a Pinto.
Oh.
If you guys, I'll split it with you. Like, what do you say? 50, 40?
Why don't you come with us here just a second? Well, come on in the back room where we can actually talk. I'm going to put the sign on the door. You take him back in there?
Sure. Come on.
Okay.
You're in for quite a surprise, Mr. Johnny Cheese.
He's entered the bank.
I must admit that in my younger days, there were a few banks I entered that they were shivering in their boots to see me.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
They was scared?
They were cold?
My reputation got there ahead of me.
That marble floor can get awful cold.
Banks can be drafty, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it gets cold in a bank.
They never take my drafts at the counter.
Well, your reputation preceded you, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I did tell you that, but what I'm talking about is I came in there packing. I was fully loaded.
If you had money already, why'd you have to go to the bank?
I didn't have... I went in there to make an unauthorized withdrawal. What do I got?
I see what you mean.
Hit him on the head. Where's he from?
He can't read nor write.
No.
I'm going to show you a wanted poster. I want you to see if you can recognize the person on it.
He just told you I can't read.
This is a picture.
Oh.
A picture. Can you see a picture? Take it.
Depends on what it's written on.
Look at that. Who's that look like?
Smile. Now squint a little.
Look at me.
Yeah.
Then look at this.
JP, look a little bit to your left.
And
then look at this.
Yeah.
Then
Now
look at me.
Squint your lips.
Well, now see.
Yeah, that's you. Let me see that.
Read that.
That is the spitting image of you. If you're squinting and looking a little bit to the left.
It's not spitting.
Well, I used to
It's
chew.
a figure of speech.
Back then, I did used to chew.
Well, what is this all about? You're a wanted man, dead or alive. Wanted for, what's that say? Bank robbery.
I'm afraid.
Goshen land of Goshen. You're a bank robber.
Well, let's just say I'm retired.
I've known you all your life.
I'm here in the home with you fellas now, and everything's fine.
I can't believe this. Wait, fellas, wait a minute. Look at this.
Wait a minute.
Read that.
Is that you? That can't be you.
Look.
That's not you.
Watch me squint my lips. See?
The amazing Gundershoot.
That's me.
The amazing Gundershoot?
That's what they called me.
Who called you that and why?
He was able to leap through a second floor window, snatch expensive jewelry off the what is it?
Don't say that.
Off the throats of the were-do-wells.
Armoire.
Wow.
I could snatch it off the throats of the were-do-wells. Nothing done with
do a
years.
double flip down the front stairs onto his steed and be out of town before they could inventory the loss.
I am in the presence of greatness. I salute you, sir.
Well, I had no idea.
Oh, it was about you. Why didn't you know?
I meant about him. I plumb forgot all about the amazing gracitude. What?
I did not know that before I met you. That's some quite an amazing fact.
Well, Anyway, now that we've shown you something out of the scrapbooks of the past,
I'm quite impressed with both of y'all.
we wanted to give you a little advice here, so...
That's right. For the yearbook of the future.
Yes, sir.
I subscribed, but it hasn't come yet.
You know, he's not my nephew. He's not my nephew.
I didn't raise him.
You said some advice would do him some good. I don't believe this. I don't think we could hit him on the side of a head with a rock. I don't think it'd do him any
If the
good.
advice goes in, it'll bounce around in there and stay in there.
You need to get his attention first.
Hey! Hey!
What?
Look,
And
we got nothing to do with the hiring in here, and you're way too young to be in here. As I look at you closer,
well, sir,
as I put my bifocals back on, right side up.
I appreciate that fact, and I appreciate your exposal of that fact to me in such an elucidated way.
Maybe he did go to one of them fancy finishing schools.
I think somebody hit him on the head.
I'm going to admit it, but I hoped you didn't know it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's just give him a silver dollar and let him go on his way. What do you say to that?
Tuppence.
A what?
I don't know.
I don't believe he's going to catch on to what we had to tell him.
I have something to give him.
All right.
I have been saving this since he was born. On my final acrobatic escapade, this shiny, vitreous opal
It's beautiful.
fell into my hands.
You're going to just give it to him?
I don't got no use for it. My days are done.
You are a generous son of a gun.
Generous, yes, but it comes with a price.
Uh-huh.
There is a curse upon this opal.
Curse of the Opal.
Curse of the opal.
That's poetical.
Might be. I wouldn't know.
So a curse on your house and everybody out here, get back on the train. Don't come here anymore.
Next!
And now, the murky water has become clear.
When things are evident, their meaning is clear.
When things that previously were murky become clear, then clarity becomes a state of clearness.
But Bob, these items are not actually your property.
That was obvious from the beginning. However, because I found myself in possession of them, I took them.
Possession can become ownership.
Huh?
When clarity of ownership descends upon you like a fine gray mist, the fog of dispossession lifts, and you can hear the bell of property calling your name.
I have clear title to my life.
When the mortgage to the title of your life is paid in full, then many tax benefits occur.
I have thrown off the liens against my soul.
I have known my own pedigree.
I have leveraged future incarnations.
I put a spell on you.
When consumer confidence has eroded any hope of ever finding happiness in this world, venture capitalists find hope in the next.
He who laughs last laughs. Laughs?
Laughs?
He who laughs last laughs best.
Best? When the prime rate of salvation drops with the expectation of economic and spiritual recovery. All of nirvana lies before you like the Elysian fields of retirement.
Insert tab A into slot B.
This show was improvised by Gary Bass, Matthew Cowley, and Dave Waterman, and edited by Sheila Daughtry.
That's pretty good for a bunch of Baptists.